looking at that, I'll just a couple examples is, so having a meteorologist on staff, he's always looking on looking at everything. So when Winter Storm Uri, which happened in February, Valentine's Day weekend of 2021, and he made his first like push on that and said like this is going to be really bad, and that was February 3rd. So February 15th at 2 a.m. was when the actual lights went out and just offset, like started what became a really, really nasty week for a lot of people. So, I mean, he called that on February 3rd. So he called it about 10 days out. We kind of knew everything was going down by the 12th or 13th, but I had a number of clients I had one client who didn't even end up in great shape, but they called me and thanked me and they said, you know, I bought $60 power and I bought $90 power and I bought $150 power and I bought $300 power. And that week cleared like 7,000. And so they're like, we still didn't end up great, but we sure ended up better than we could have. So that was really cool to see. And then another that I looked at is recently. So it's called Winter Storm Elliott. I don't know when we started naming winter storms. It's kind of weird, but this was over Christmas this last year. And so I had 3 text messages on Christmas was on obviously the 25th, but on Sunday. And so on the 18th, I had 3 people reach out and be like, you're like 70 gigawatts of load on Christmas Day, or like this weekend. What the heck is going on? You're like 8,000 megawatts higher than ERCOT. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. And so we went and looked at it. I pinged head data scientist, and he goes, I stand by my prediction. And I was like, cool, I stand by you. And so I told them, hey, this is what it's going to be. And sure enough, like he was right. They had to come up massively, but all the people who saw that on Sunday were able to get out there on Monday, hedge appropriately to this new massive high demand that we'd never seen before in winter. And I think it cleared about 72,000 megawatts in Texas. And so again, he gave them a week out notice on the model of what this demand was going to be. So, I mean, those are just 2 very, very extreme examples when everything went great. But yeah, we've called, I mean, most of the events to some degree since inception, which is why we have such a wonderful NPS score.